Hey everyone, Vinayak here. Today I'm unboxing a really simple to install water level controller by Octa named TankBolt. This device helps monitor the overhead tank levels and also turn your motor on or off as per the current level. So let's unbox and install this device. The outer package has the Octa branding all over. Opening it up, we have the main box, which is made of cardboard. I generally like well-designed boxes, and with a simple and elegant design, this looks quite nice. A thin plastic film protects the main box. There is a thin strip which can be torn off to unseal the box, and it then opens up. We are first greeted with the instruction manuals, big sheets with easy to read instructions, simple and detailed and well illustrated. Next we have the main TankBolt smart plug. It has a 16 amp plug, so if your socket is 6 amp, you will need a converter. Below the plug is the interface port where you would attach the sensor cable. Then we have the accessories box which contain zip tie supports, zip ties, glue to attach the sensor to the tank, and a measuring tape. In the section below we have the 100-foot cable which has the ultrasonic sensor on one end and the interface port on the other. By the way, you're not supposed to scratch off the blue coating, as I did a little. By the time I noticed the warning, I had already dusted a little off. The sensor cable attaches to the bottom of the plug here. Here's the main plug. Looks quite similar to most smart plugs except for the port on the bottom. There are no buttons on the main face and only one LED which indicates the on-off state is visible. First, we need to set up the sensor, which needs to be attached within the overhead tank, very much to the edge of the roof. I don't like to have to climb up every time I have to peek into the tank, as it's a bit dangerous. The sensor cable needs to go all this way down and the motor switch is around there below. First, we install the ultrasonic sensor into the tank. We have this flat area on the back. This would stick to the surface of the tank inside. Everything that we require is included in the box, so we have the provided glue, which is used to stick the sensor within. I would be installing it around here. Open up the tube and use the cap to make the hole in the main tube and apply a generous amount of glue to the smooth back face of the ultrasonic sensor. Place the sensor inside the tank, glue side up, touching the tank wall and hold for 60 seconds. The glue will hold on to the tank but will take a few hours to completely dry out. This is how the sensor looks inside the tank. Now we use the zip tie supports to make sure the sensor cable doesn't get pulled and making the sensor pop off the tank wall. I'm installing one here, another here. I coil the cable around the pipe and then install another tie support over here. Now I need to get this cable down to the motor switch. Quite scary, being a sloped roof, I carefully lower the cable down. Next, we need to measure the tank height, which is the total height of the tank, and also the height of the overflow pipe. Next, we need to set up the TankBolt plug with the TankBolt app. Install the app of the Play Store or App Store as necessary. Open the app, provide necessary permissions and then register for an account using your phone number. We receive an OTP which is used to log into the app. We are now on the home screen of the app, so hit the setup button below the plug image on screen. We need to scan the QR code on the plug. This allows us to connect to the plug via its wireless access point. This is nice as not everyone has in-house Wi-Fi. We can use this plug's smart capabilities even without Wi-Fi at home. Now the plug is added to your TankBolt account. Next we choose how the current pump works, such as groundwater to overhead tank, government supply to overhead tank, etc. etc. I have a sump at home, so I chose underground tank to overhead tank. Next screen we have the option to start the pump automatically when the water level in the overhead tank is low, or as per a timer if you want to make sure the tank is full at a certain time. I chose when level is low, but not being sure if there would be chances of any leaks from any taps in the house, I set it to fill automatically only at 10%, which the tank generally never reaches. So on the next screen I have the tank measurements. Distance between the top of the tank and the overflow pipe for me is 15 centimeters. Now that the settings are done, we can attach the sensor cable and the motor plug. You will need a plug to your motor and not just a switch to use tank bolt. If you have only a switch, you need to get your electrician to change it to a plug. We now connect to the tank bolt Wi-Fi access point. It pops up, select and connect, and we are in. On the next screen we have a live view of the tank level, and the tank bolt is connected to the phone via its Wi-Fi access point. So you do need to be a certain distance close to the plug to use. Below the tank image we have the option to connect to your home Wi-Fi. Tap on that, enter your Wi-Fi credentials. Once connected, now you can see that the tank bolt is connected to your home Wi-Fi and you can control it from wherever your home Wi-Fi signal is available, or you could also be on 4G and still control the plug as long as tank bolt has access to your home Wi-Fi. Turning on the motor, you can see the level changing. It's not real time, but you will need to hit the refresh button to get the updated level. Keep a lookout on the virtual switch on the top right. Once it hits 96%, it turns off automatically. This is a big boon, not having to turn off the motor yourself, and no water is wasted via the overflow pipe. Tank bolt works with voice assistants like Alexa
Turn
and
on
Google,
water.
and here's how it works.
Okay.
Turn off water.
Okay.
What I liked about the device is it's quite simple to install and it works very well too. I've seen numerous water tank level devices available online, but Tank Bolt with its app integration is one of the best implementations I have seen. Simple and effective. Okta customer service were very helpful and they made a call once the kit was delivered. They were quite knowledgeable on the product and answered all my questions quite well. Well, the good is that it works quite well and Okta delivered what they promised. The bad, nothing much that I can really complain about other than maybe the price, which I do agree with the amount spent on R&D and also high quality sensors and device construction. It is understandable that it's still quite new in the market. I would also like the plug to be a little bit smaller. Not sure what all is jammed within, but it's no deal breaker. Also, a 6 amp plug would be nice. I'm using a converter and this is how ugly it looks right now. And I'm using duct tape to hold them together. Making multiple versions is expensive, but just maybe something for Okta to think about in the future. I'm glad that this device is a Make in India product and I hope to see even more smart devices from Okta. So if you are looking for a smart water level controller and don't want to have to climb to your roof to check the water level, you can't go wrong with the Okta Tank Bolt. So, like, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos are added. So that's the video. Thanks for watching and see you all next time.